when we said we were done Falltallica.
We're not done yet.
Because we still got one more album to rank.
And then another ranking to do.
Yep.
So let's get to it.
Today we are ranking Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
I'm Alex.
I'm Ryan.
Dream Team reunited.
This is the first time I really get to talk about this album too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, pretty much what he said in his review is pretty much the same. There's a couple songs I like a bit more. Personally, I would have given it a 7 out of 10, but we more or less liked some songs for the same reason and didn't like other songs for various other reasons.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
How are we going to rank them?
Yeah, the ranks might be a little bit different just based off of when we were kind of listening and making our lists. But we'll see. It's going to be very similar, but there might be small changes.
Yeah.
To be honest, because there's kind of clear contenders as to what's up here and what's down there.
Yeah, like this isn't going to be as heated as some of our other videos. This is not going to be Injustice for All.
No, this album is not Injustice for All, unfortunately.
Nope. All right, so I guess we're going to kick things off here with number 12.
Number 12, I have Murder One.
Same. Murder One is a tribute to Lemmy, but it's not a good tribute. Like, I understand where they were coming with, because Motorhead is a huge influence to Metallica.
Oh, definitely.
And Lemmy was also, like, really good friends with them. But the lyrics are really bad.
Yeah, they're
I see what they're doing. They're trying to use, like, Motorhead song titles and album titles and stuff.
They're just shoving in references.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to meme too hard, but they're just trying to Motorhead too hard.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't make it as coherent.
Yeah, no, it's pretty generic, like, riff as well on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably throw in one of those covers that they did on Garage, and I'd be happier with it than this one, just because it was like a nice gimmick almost. Like, I'm not saying that they wrote it to be a gimmick by far. Like, I understand that it was a tribute. It was a nice tribute, but I just it's not very interesting at all.
Yeah.
And they need to stop trying to make Motorhead happen for them, because it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
They'll never get the one up on Lemmy. Lemmy could do James, but not the other way around.
Yeah.
And he takes that to the grave with him.
Yeah. All right, so
Number 9.
at number 11.
Oh, right, 11. There's so many songs on this album. It's because it's a double.
Why? Why is it a double? It's 77 minutes. Why, James?
Why? Number 11.
I have Man Unkind.
I have Confusion.
Okay.
That one's a little bit different, is it?
Yeah, a little bit. So, yeah, for Man Unkind, the bass opening's great. I love the bass opening. It has a very similar sound to, like, something Steve Harris from Maiden would do. And, like, I really like that. That bass opening has literally nothing to do with the rest of the song. Like, it doesn't come back at any point. It's just there and gone for the rest, like, 6-7 minutes.
It's just there to try to get you interested.
Yeah. Yeah, and pretty much my main... Like, I like the riff that's done at the beginning, but, like, the riff and the way that the verses are done, I'm not a fan of that. It doesn't click well with me. It's just like, okay, it's not that strong of a song.
Yeah, fair. Now, that's a popular opinion on it, too.
Yeah.
Lots of people have been shitting on it online. I see.
Yeah.
I don't really agree with that, which is why it's not as low.
Yeah, no, like, it's not the worst thing that they've ever done, Joe Rule.
Yeah. So I have Confusion at number 11 because it's one of the tracks that I didn't find very interesting. It's one of the ones that kind of blends all together. And now I'm not trying to rag on the album for having a little bit of a style held throughout a couple of songs, because that's how usually an album is. But for this one, since this album is so all over the place, that's why I find that a couple songs kind of are samey for me and are like less interesting, because I'm so used to hearing all kinds of different things, and then all of a sudden we got some, generic current day Metallica, nothing like a pretty rounded out song, like no edges and no real like big exciting points. It's just it's there.
Yep.
So that's kind of how I felt about it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But it sounded good. Had a good beat through it.
Yeah.
They do the instruments good.
Yeah. So at number 10, I have Am I Savage?
I have Here Comes Revenge.
Okay. So, Am I Savage? I have it above the other two, but for me, this is the most forgettable song on the album.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not because it's like the slowest, because sometimes it can do that slow, heavy style pretty good, as I'm going to talk about a bit later with another song.
Mm-hmm.
But for this one, it's just nothing stands out at all. It's like the lyrics are about werewolves, which they've even done before on the Black Album with The Wolf and Man.
Yeah.
Like, the only part that actually stands out for me is the part halfway through, because I'm like, oh, look, that sounds exactly like Megadeth. And that's it. That's the only thing I can remember from that song.
Something, 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 Dave. Something, 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 complete. I had Here Comes Revenge because it's not that it wasn't interesting. I found that the vocals weren't really very impactful and they weren't really there that much.
Yeah.
I found that it kind of all blended together. I find I'm very picky with vocals, and it's usually what makes a difference for me a lot more than say you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Number 9.
What you got?
Let's see, where am I at here? I have Halo on Fire.
I have Now That We're Dead.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have Halo on Fire for the same reason I have Confusion down low. I found it another one of the a samey and uninteresting track.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely very strong and just not really in comparison to the rest of the stuff that's a bit higher. Like, there's nothing that really made it stand out. Again, same, basically repeating myself from Confusion.
Yeah.
But it was on the first disc, which is an advantage for it. That first disc, though.
Yeah. I disagree with that one, but
yeah, that's fair. I know. I have some weird picks for this album, honestly. Like, the weirdest songs have stuck with me.
Yeah. So for Now That We're Dead, like, it has a pretty decent drum opening. I like. Has a pretty decent riff, but for me, it's the vocals, actually. Like, the vocals don't really stand out for me. I think they kind of fall a bit flat, and for me, it's the weakest off of the first disc, which...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and much like Am I Savage, like, nothing... There's no real standout sections or, like, any standout performances from this track. It's just, like... It's there.
Yeah.
Like, it may be hurt because it's on the first disc, and a lot of the first disc is quite good.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it's like, great song. Now That We're Dead. Great song.
Well, I mean, the fact that it came in between all the big songs.
Yeah.
It came in between all the singles. That also takes away from it a bit when you're listening to the album, like, fully through. But,
yeah.
But, yeah.
So, yeah. Number 8.
Number 8.
I got Confusion.
I have Am I Savage?
Yeah. So, yeah, like, Confusion, I liked it a bit more than you, I guess. I thought it had a pretty good riff to it, and I like the lyrics in it quite a bit. It's going on, like, PTSD and stuff. Like, I kind of almost saw it as, like, another side of what One could be. Like, it's about war, and, like, I like when Metallica sings about war. I think it's something to do pretty well lyrically.
Most metal bands do war pretty well.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I kind of won some points in my book. Is like, yeah, Metallica...
It won some points?
Oh, it murder won some points.
Absolutely murdered.
Yeah, but yeah, no, pretty much Metallica does war well.
Yeah. So I had Am I Savage because... I thought it was. See, I always I have a lot of choruses from this album stuck in my head, and that's what's being the deciding factor on a lot of this. Even though it might be ignoring some of the other instruments a little bit, but you know, I'm kind of ranking it off of personal enjoyment. So I have Am I Savage above a couple songs that maybe aren't as good.
Yeah,
as
no,
it.
I have a couple songs like that where I just have the chorus stuck in my head.
Yeah, I just found the chorus was stuck in there. Riffs are complimentary. I enjoy listening to it. It's obviously too long, like half of this album's songs are.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm trying to put that aside for the sake of this list because I would just put almost everything at the bottom. Just like, it was too long. It was too long.
Yeah.
You know, fuck these songs.
Yeah. Next, number 7.
I have Dream No More.
I have Dream No More.
Hey. I found it weak outside of the chorus myself.
Yeah.
And largely less interesting than others.
I thought that it created like an atmosphere pretty well. Like,
Yeah.
I like when they sing about Cthulhu because that's cool.
That's cute.
They've done that before and it's cool.
I recall.
But yeah, pretty much. I thought it had like a reload feel to it.
Yeah,
But
a lot of stuff off this album does.
Yeah, but like
Excuse me.
I really like the chorus though.
Cthulhu.
Number 6.
Number 6.
What?
I have Man Unkind.
I have Here Comes Revenge.
Cool. So I have Man Unkind as another one of the ones that I ranked probably higher than it should be. I disagree that it's a weak track. With most people have been saying that. I don't know if I'm putting this higher just to be a contrarian or it's because I kind of have a soft spot for it. But I found everything about it was really catchy. Again, just going back to, I like it because it was catchy.
Yeah.
I just find that the riff on the chorus worked really well with the vocals of the chorus and made that part very memorable and obviously, too long, blah, 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 stretched out. But I think the strong points really did it for me. Like the low points are low and try to skip over that stuff. It would probably be a lot lower in my ranking if the chorus didn't really deliver, if it was more like the rest of the song. But I like the high points of it, so.
Yeah, so for Here Comes Revenge, when you mentioned that, like, a good chorus that gets stuck in your head can raise the song up a bit, that's exactly what this song does for me. Like, I find the chorus is fast, it's catchy, it has, like, it stands out on the second album just because it's a lot faster than some of the other songs there.
Yeah.
Like, the main riff is pretty good. The verses are not that great. Like, I will agree with you that James singing on the verses of the song aren't great, but I think he makes up for it quite well in the chorus.
Yeah.
And there's also a pretty good solo on it.
That's true, yeah. I forgot about the solo on it.
Yeah. Kirk's not really a standout on this album.
No, that's the thing. I don't think about the solos because they're not really there that much.
No, like, you kind of feel that, like, they wrote the songs, and then Kirk just came in. It's like, I'm going to write a solo. Plays solo, leaves.
Yeah. It's like, I'm here for my part, guys.
Sorry, lost my phone. So, yeah.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Now That We Are Dead.
Halo on Fire.
Cool.
Which was one you had quite a lot lower than me.
Yeah, I did.
For me, like, Halo on Fire, it's not a heavy song, really. It's not, like, thrash, but for me, it's, like, the perfect mix between, like, the Loads era and the Black Album era. I also think that James does a great job singing on this track.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was the vocals that really put this above. Like, the chorus is good, the solo's good, but, like, the ending is great. Like, I think it ends off the first disc really strong.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Because, like, the song just kind of builds up throughout the entire thing. So, like, it just builds up, and gets this ending, and, like, it's a satisfying ending in my eyes. So that's why, like, this song's really good. I've had it stuck in my head for a while, so it's like, it gets my seal of approval.
Yeah. So I had Now That We're Dead on here at 5 for similar reasons to you having Halo on Fire, because I found the vocals were great for it, and I found that they were pretty impactful. I just like the way that he that James sang out the chorus, and just that specific delivery. When you get a specific delivery stuck, when you can't think about the lyrics singing it in your head, with the same tone and delivery and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's how I was like with that, and I just found the beat through it was pretty consistent. It wasn't too heavy. It was like a perfect in between, and yeah, it was that perfect, not too light to be considered not really worthy of like being on a hard rock / metal album, but also not so heavy that it's one of their like faster, thrashier things. Yeah. So it was good. It was right in between.
Yep.
Which is why it's almost in between on this list.
Yeah. So now we have the top 4, which are the same.
Yeah.
Like, the order may not be the same, but they're the same 4 songs, and surprise, surprise, throws to the 4 heaviest songs.
Exactly, because we're twats like that.
Yeah, weird. All right, so let's find out the order.
Yeah.
At number 4.
Number 4.
I have Hardwired.
Interesting. I have Moth into Flame.
Interesting. So, Hardwired it's pure thrash.
Yeah.
Like, it is fast and to the point. It's short and gets the job done quick.
Same.
The only thing that kind of puts this below the other ones, because all four of these songs are really close, and it was really hard for, like, right up until about 5 minutes before we were making this video, I was still switching them around. Mm-hmm. The thing that kind of puts this one down a bit is I think it has the weakest solo out of the 4 songs.
Yeah.
Like, the solo is not bad, but it doesn't stand out. It's like, the main thing you remember from this song is just that fast chugging riff.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. The riff is why it's high for me. Yeah. But
like, it does have a very Kill 'Em All feel to it, which it's good.
It's sick.
It's good. So yeah.
And I have Moth into Flame here because I feel that the song kind of did the same thing that my next 2 songs in my rankings did, but obviously because of how I ranked them, I feel like this was the least impactful of the 3. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the one of the 3 songs that came up before the album that I listened to the least. Mm-hmm. So I had to kind of re-listen and get a feel for it again before really deciding where I was going to be ranking this. But it's definitely like a great song. It was when I listened to it again, I remembered how exciting it was to see the new single.
Yeah.
Because especially after Hardwired was released, and it's like, oh, another one.
Yeah.
Give me more of that shit. I like it. And it was almost just as good.
Yeah.
So great track, great energy.
Yep. So number
3.
What you got?
Atlas Rise.
Atlas Rise.
All right, so we got some pretty similar picks, only a couple different.
Yep. Iron Maiden.
Yes.
This song has a very Iron Maiden feel to it, especially during the instrumental part, about two-thirds of the way through the track. Which, like, honestly, like, the thing that I almost had this one below Hardwired. And the thing that pushed it above was that instrumental section. Like, the verse and the chorus are good. It's a solid riff, but, like, nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
And then that instrumental section hits, and that's what bumped it up, because, like, the two dual guitar leads are great together.
Yeah.
And it's not the sound that I'm used to from Metallica. Like I said, it's when I hear that style playing, the first thing that comes to mind is Iron Maiden.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No,
but like, they do it well.
Yeah, no doubt. It was just something that really, really stood out for me from the first time that I had heard it. I'm like, this is different, but it's a really good different. It's not outside their comfort zone, like you were saying. It's not something that you think you would hear initially from Metallica.
Yeah.
But they pulled it off like fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I love that opening. And I love Lars's work on this. It really carries the whole track, I find, even though obviously the instrumental and the
Lars
middle
is
is
strong
amazing.
on this album.
Like, he is. Nobody's talking about that. Everybody's talking about him being a dick because they read the reports and they think that Lars is cucking Kirk in the studio on not doing solos. But give him some credit. Give the little guy some credit here. He's fucking out of his mind on this album. Maybe the best drumming that he's done in years.
Yeah.
In years.
Years. I still have the unpopular opinion that the drumming on Saint Anger is good. It's the kit that's not.
No, it's true.
I know it's not.
When you listen to the songs live, the drumming's great.
I know.
Because he brings a proper drum. like at the
Look at this snare.
Look at this snare. Like at the end of Some Kind of Monster when they play... what did they play live? Was it Some Kind of Monster they played live at the end?
Yeah, it was I think it was no, it was Saint Anger, I'm pretty sure.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was Frantic.
Frantic.
Tick.
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 Dick. Dick.
No, it was, and it sounded amazing.
Yeah, I know.
With the proper drums. So no, I agree. Like, Lars is a great drummer.
Yeah, like I would not be against hearing those songs live.
No, that's what I was going to say to this. I want to hear this live because there was that. Where did they play it live? Was it
where?
Because I know that there was a live recording of it that was released.
Yeah. What, for Atlas Rise? Well, it's a staple. Like, they played it every show since they released it as a single.
I remember hearing it the first time that they played it live, and it's just excellent live.
Well, like, I missed this song when it came out as a single, so the first time I heard Atlas Rise was when I listened to the album.
Yeah. And
so, like, I hadn't had the pleasure of hearing this earlier. It was
pleasurable.
But, like, even that first time I heard it, it was like, that's a good song.
Exactly. So that's the impact of it. It's not just the whole single thing, and these 2 through 4 aren't just up there because they're singles, because they're the best tracks on the album, with one other song not needing to be a single to be the best track on the album. So
spoiler.
Spoilers.
All right, so number 2, I have Moth into Flame.
And I have Hardwired.
Yep, so for Moth into Flame, I thought that it, like, while Hardwired and Atlas Rise did have things that were really good, but like I things that were weaker, whereas like Hardwired, great song, okay solo, whereas Atlas Rise was like pretty solid song, great instrumental section. I thought Moth into Flame was pretty much like it stayed consistent from start to end.
Yeah, it's definitely a very consistent song.
Yeah, like it's a really heavy riff. Like it's thrash, but it still has like a modern sound to it, but it works really well.
Yeah.
And like there's some really good riffs, some good solos. James is good on this track. Lars is good on this track.
Yeah.
Like it's all around. Like there's not a lot of flaws to it.
Now that you say that about the 3 singles, I really agree with it, because I realize that when I listen to Moth into Flame, I don't really listen for one particular part. Like for Hardwired, it's obviously the opening riff, and then for Atlas, it's usually like the middle and also the drumming opening is pretty good. But Moth into Flame is just it's smooth all the way through, and it's just a great song no matter what part you pay attention to. Like if you just kind of zone in and out through the song, you're not gonna miss a bad part.
Yeah.
You're going to get all good parts.
Plus, like, this song was kind of like the confirmation after Hardwired. Like, okay, I like where this album's going. Yeah. And then I got the album. I was like, this is not where I expected it to go.
Well, because those singles set a false pretense.
I know.
Fuckers. I have Hardwired at 2 because that fucking riff. It's fucking tasty.
Oh, I know.
And I thought it was a really good representation of, like, a current day Metallica song.
Yeah. Yeah,
with the thrash back, and they're going ham, even though they're old as shit.
Oh, I know. Like I play guitar, and I've been learning all of these top 4, and the Hardwired riff might be one of the funnest to play. It's simple, but it works so well. It's just fast.
It just sounds fun.
I don't know.
So it's great.
So
I wonder what number 1 is.
Yeah, let's find out.
It might be the song that literally everybody and their mother has been saying is the best song off this album.
Yeah.
Some people have been saying it's the best song that Metallica has put out in many, many years.
I would be one of those people.
Yeah, so spit out the bone.
Spit out the bone.
Jesus Christ.
This song.
This might be like the overall best Metallica song since Justice.
Yeah, like the only one I could think of, which that I would like up there would be Outlaw Torn, but like it's completely different reasons.
Yeah.
But like this is thrash. This is old school thrash.
Yeah. Like this is what this is what other bands are trying to do. Like there's a lot of the 80s thrash bands have been doing amazing stuff this year, and this was like Metallica chose to do it in one song.
Yeah,
and that one song has stood out as one of the best songs of the year.
Yeah, like
whereas other bands kind of spread it out across their good albums and then made like really good.
Yeah, like
albums.
Yeah, like you said, like all the thrash bands have been having a resurgence as of late.
Yeah,
and I do like a lot of those new albums a bit better than Hardwired. Mm-hmm. This is my favorite thrash song of the year.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, without a doubt, this is my favorite thrash song of the year. And it's incredibly fast, but, like, it's complex at parts just because, like, it's not like Hardwired where it's just one riff short and to the point. Like, it's a 7-minute song.
Yeah.
But it's a 7-minute song that does not let up.
It is one of the only tracks where the length of the tracks on this album actually worked out for it really well, because it's nonstop. So instead of it dragging and getting boring, there's so much going on in it that you're just like, I don't know when this insanity is going to end, but I don't want it to.
Yeah. Like, the drum work is fantastic on it.
Yeah.
Like, James is singing just as good as he was in the 80s.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And, the rest of the band's on point. The bass is still there. Like we were saying, it might be one of the best songs post Cliff era. Yeah. So it's a massive compliment to them. It's not that they've been doing all shit since then. It's not like there hasn't been any good Metallica in the last 30 years.
Yeah, no, but this one stands out as something that's like, I haven't heard this from them in years.
Exactly.
And it makes me hard.
It makes me excited.
Like, full on thrash boner.
Yes. A raging, thrashing boner.
Yeah. If this thrash lasts for more than 4 hours, contact your doctor.
God damn it. Well, I've never been to a concert over 4 hours. I just want Metallica to pull out a 4+ hour concert.
4+ hour. Hey, we're playing the first 4 albums.
In their entirety.
Yay.
Imagine.
Oh. Anyway, orgasms aside here.
Yeah.
This song. Like, I'm finding it hard just to describe it just because, like, it's so good.
It's, let's see, it's fast, it's heavy, it's catchy.
Yeah.
It's,
like, it has good lyrics for a thrash song. It's,
yeah.
Like,
it's got
aggression. A lot of, like, mid-90s onward Metallica songs have been, like, deep, like, personal type of songs. This one's no, it's like dystopian future where mankind's getting killed. It's like, that is metal as fuck.
Yeah, man. This is like that futuristic shit.
It's futuristic shit. It also has some really good It's right at the end, like, spit out the bone. Yeah.
That's the most important part of the song.
I know.
Obviously.
I know. But yeah, so Spit Out the Bone is the best song off this album.
Yes.
Hands down.
Like, hands down. They're down.
Hands are right down.
Down the pants.
Hands down for James. But yeah, so there you have it.
Yeah, that's Hardwired.
That's Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
And I thought it was good.
Yeah, it's like, I've listened to this album quite a bit in the last while, like, and it is growing on me. Like, I do have to admit, like, as I listen to it more and more, I do like it a bit more and more.
Yeah, I agree.
And, like, the songs I'm not a huge fan of, I wouldn't say that I wouldn't listen to them again. Like, if my phone's on shuffle and they come up, I'd probably keep them on.
Yeah.
But there's other songs I'm going to actively seek out and listen to.
Exactly.
And pretty much they're the top 4.
Yeah. It's not going to be Murder 1.
No. So, yeah.
So, yeah. That is almost the end of Falltallica.
We got one more for realsies this time.
One more for realsies, and then we'll shut the fuck up until like a week or two when we do the top albums of the year, because then they might come up then.
Maybe.
Or maybe in the top songs of the year. Maybe.
More maybe.
more maybes than other maybes.
But yeah, we got one more, and it's going to be rank 'em Metallica albums.
Every single
10 albums, and we've been going through all of them all year long. It's time to put these bitches in order.
Yep. Got fresh opinions. Everything has been recently listened to.
Yeah.
And we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. Do it.
Do it.
E.